For this example, we want to find a vertical and horizontal asymptote. Let's just find a horizontal asymptote first. For the horizontal asymptote, we want to take the limit as x approaches infinity. So what do we do with that? So I need to take the limit as x approaches infinity for our function. 2x squared plus 1 over 3x minus 5. And don't forget, we want to divide everything by the highest exponent, in the denominator. In this case is x right here. So I have to divide everything by x here, and I divide this one by x as well. So let's rewrite. Okay. I divide by x for the numerator. If I want to take it inside the radical, I have to put it x squared. And then I have the denominator is 3x minus 5 divided by x. Okay, now we are ready to find a limit. So I can break it using limit law. I can break it and take the limit of the top and the bottom separately. 1, 2 plus 1 over x squared over the limit x approaches infinity, 3 minus 5 over x. Okay, so notice that if I take the square root out, I bring the limit inside, I'm going to get 2 here. For this particular limit, earlier we know it's gonna goes to 0. And then the bottom, 3 here minus limit x approaches infinity. I can take the 5 out. And then I put 1 over x. Okay, so as you can see, this one's going to go to 0. And this one's going to go to 0. So we ended up with square root of 2 over 3 minus 5 times 0, which is square root of 2 over 3. So this is one horizontal asymptote. Okay, now we need to do the same thing for x approaches negative infinity. Okay, so notice that so x now is negative, so make sure we have a square root of the square root of x squared is going to be the absolute values of x. It's going to be negative x. So keep that in mind when we divide the numerator by x for x less than 0. So when we divide, I'm going to divide first before I take the limit. So I'm going to do square root of 2x squared plus 1 over x. And in this case, don't forget we have the negative number, negative square root of x squared. So when you simplify it, when you bring in the x squared, you simplify it, you ended up with negative square root of 2 plus 1 over x squared. So this negative is quite important. I'm ready to take the limit now. X goes to negative infinity of the function 2x squared plus 1 over 3x minus 5. It's going to be exactly like the one in the previous the previous problems that we did, except for the negative outside. So we have negative 2 plus the limit x goes to negative infinity 1 over x squared over, and on the bottom same thing, we have 3 minus 5 taking the limit x approaches negative infinity 1 over x, and this one is going to go to 0, this one's going to go to 0, so we ended up with negative square root of 2 over 3. This one also a horizontal asymptote. A vertical asymptote is likely to occur when the denominator is 0. So in this case, the denominator is 3x minus 5. If we set it equal to 0, we ended up with x equals 5/3. All right, so let's check to see left and right of 5/3. So if I take the limit as x approaches 5/3 from the right, 2x squared plus 1 over 3x minus 5. Notice that the numerator is always positive. So f of x is positive. So when you take the limit from the right, we're going to get infinity. Now, let's do the other way around. So when x is close to 5/3, but let's say x is less than 5/3. So we're talking about f of x is large negative. So I'm going to take the limit x approaches 5/3 from the left. Three x minus 5. This one is going to give you negative infinity. Therefore, the vertical asymptote is going to be x equals to 5/3.